Oh, yes. If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minded to content you, our true intent is. All for your delight we are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their
As I remember, Ada, it was upon this fashion bequeathed me by will, but for 1,000 crowns, and as thou sayest, charged my brother in his blessing to breed me well. And there begins my sadness. My brother Jacques, he keeps at school, and report speaks goldenly of his profit. For my part, he keeps me rustically at home, or to speak more properly, stays me here at home unkept. For call you that keeping that a gentleman of my birth differs not from the stalling of an ox? His horses are bred better, for besides, they are fair with their feeding. They are taught their manage, and to that end, riders dearly hired. For my part, I gain nothing under him but growth. Something his animals on his dunghills are as much bound to him as I. Besides this, nothing he so plentifully gives me, the something that nature gave me his countenance, seems to take from him. He lets me feed from his hinds, bars me from a place of a brother, and, as much as in him lies, minds my gentility with my education. This is it, Ada, that grieves me, and the spirit of my father, which I think is within me, begins to mute me against the servitude. I can no longer endure it, though yet I know no wise remedy how to avoid it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Go apart, Ada. See how he will shake me up.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I'm not taught to make anything.
Well, what more you then, sir?
Marry, sir, I am helping you mar that which God made, a poor, unworthy gentleman of yours, with idleness.
Marry, sir, be better employed and be not a while.
What, should I keep your hogs and eat husks with them? What prodigal devotion have I spent to come to such penury?
Penury? Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, very well. Here, in your orchard.
And know you before whom, sir?
Ah, very well. Better than him I am before knows me. I know you are my eldest brother. The gentle condition of blood, you should know me. The courtesy of nations allows you my better, in that you are the firstborn. But the same tradition takes not away my blood. Were there 20 brothers betwixt us, I have as much of my father in me as you. I confess, your coming before me is nearer his reverence.
What, boy?
Oh, come, elder brother. Thou art too young for this.
Oh, wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
Ah, you know, villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland of Boys. He was my father, and he is thrice a villain who says such a father begot villains. If thou wert not my brother, I would not take this hand from thy throat till this other had pulled out thy tongue for saying so. Thou hast railed on thyself.
Sweet masters, be patient, for your father's remembrance. Be in accord.
Let me go, I say.
I will not. You shall hear me. Our father charged you in his will to give me a good education. You have treated me like a peasant, obscuring and hiding over gentlemanlike qualities. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman. Or give me the poor lottery my father left by testament, and I will go buy my fortunes.
And what will thou do? Then, when that is spent, well, sir, get you in. I will not long be troubled with you. You shall have some part of your will. I pray you leave me.
I will no further offend you. That becomes me for my good.
Oh, get you with him, you old dog.
Is old dog my reward? 'Tis true I've lost my teeth in your service. Got he with my old master, he would not have said such a word.
Oh, is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me? I will physic your rankness and yet give no 1,000 crowns neither. Hala amiens!
Calls your worship?
Was not Charles, the Duke's wrestler, here to speak with me?
Oh, so please you, he is at the door and importunes access to you.
Call him in. Twill be a good way. Tomorrow, the wrestling is.
Good morrow to your worship.
Good, Monsieur Charles. What's the new news at the new court?
There is no news at the court, sir, but the old news. That is, the old Duke is banished by his sister, the new Duchess, and 3 or 4 courtiers have put themselves in voluntary exile with him, whose lands and revenues enrich the new Duchess, and therefore she gives them good leave to wander.
Can you tell if Rosalind, the old Duke's daughter, be banished with her father?
No. But the Duchess's daughter, her cousin, so loves her, being ever from their cradles bred together, that she would have followed her exile and died and stayed behind her now. She is at court. No less beloved of her aunt than her own daughter. Never two ladies loved as they do.
So where will the old Duke live?
They say he's already in the Forest of Arden, and have many merry folk with him. And there they live like the old Robin Hood of England. They say many young worthies flock to him every day and fleet the time, carelessly as they did in the golden world.
And what, you wrestle tomorrow before the new Duchess?
Marry, do I, sir, and I came to acquaint you with the matter. I am given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother, Orlando, hath the disposition to come in disguised against me tomorrow, to try a fall. Tomorrow, sir, I wrestle for my credit. He that escapes me without some broken limb shall acquit him well. Your brother is but young and tender. For your love, I would be loath to foil him, as I must, for my own honor if he come in, and therefore out of my love to you. I came hither to acquaint you with all, that either you might stay him from his intendment, or brook such disgrace well as he shall run into us. It is a thing of his own search, and altogether against my will.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me, which thou wilt find I will most kindly requite. I had myself notice of my brother's intentions, and have by other hand means labor to dissuade him from it, but he is resolute. I'll tell thee, Charles, it is the stubbornest young fellow of France, full of ambition, an envious emulator of every man's good parts, a natural and villainous contriver against me, his brother. Therefore use thy discretion. I had his leave, thou didst break his neck as his finger. And thou wert look best to it, for if thou dost him any slight disgrace, or if he do not brace himself upon thee, he will practice against thee by poison, entrap thee in some treacherous device, and never leave thee till he have taken thy life by some indirect means or other. For I assure you, and almost with tears I speak it, there is not one so young and so villainous this day living. I speak but brotherly of him, but should I anatomize him to thee as he is, I must blush and weep, and thou must look pale and wonder.
No. I am heartily glad I came hither to you. If he come tomorrow, I'll give him this payment. If ever he go alone again, I'll never wrestle for prize more. So God keep your worship.
Oh, farewell, good Charles. Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of it for my soul. Yet I know not why hates nothing more than he. Yet he's gentle, never schooled, and yet learned, full of noble device, and of all sorts enchantingly beloved, and indeed in the heart of the world, and especially of my own people who best know him, that I am altogether misprized. But it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear all. Nothing remains but that I kindle the boy thither, which I'll now go about.
I pray you, Rosalind, sweet my cuz, be married.
Dear Celia, I show more mirth than I am mistress of, and would you yet that I were married her? Unless you can teach me to forget a banished father, do not learn me to remember any extraordinary pleasure.
Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight of affection that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy aunt, the Duchess my mother, so thou wouldst been still with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine. So it is thou, the truth of thy love is so righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, let me just forget the condition of my estate and rejoice in yours.
You know my mother hath no child but I, nor none like to have. And truly, when she dies, thou shalt be her heir. For what she hath taken away from thy father perforce, I'll render thee again in affection. By my honor, I swear, and when I break that oath, let me turn monster. Therefore, my dear Rose, my sweet Rose, be married.
From henceforth I will, cuz, and devise sports. Let me see, what say you of falling in love?
Marry, I prithee do, to make sport withal. But love no man in good earnest, nor no further in sport neither, than that with the safety of the pure blush thou mayest in honor come off again.
What shall be our sports then?
Let us sit and mock the good housewife Fortune from her wheel, that she may henceforth bestow her gifts equally.
I wish that we could, for her benefits are mightily misplaced. The bountiful blind woman doth most mistaken her gifts to women.
'Tis true, for those she makes fair, she scarce makes honest, and those she makes honest, she makes very ill-favoredly.
Nay, now thou goes from Fortune's office to nature. Fortune reigns in gifts of the world, not in the lineaments of nature.
No. When nature hath made a fair creature, may she not by fortune fall into the fire? Though nature hath given us which to laugh at fortune, hath fortune not sent in this fool to cut off the argument?
Indeed, there are some things too hard for fortune, for nature's natural to cut her off of nature's wit.
Ah, peradventure this is not fortune's work neither, but rather nature's. We perceive in our wits too dull to reason of such goddesses, and hath sent this natural for our whetstone. How know which? Whither wonder you?
Mistress, you must come away to your mother.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by mine honor, but I was bid to come for you.
Ah, learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight that swore by his honor they were good pancakes, and swore by his honor the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it, the pancakes were not, and the mustard was good, and yet was not the knight forsworn.
I'll prove of that to the great heap of your knowledge.
I marry now, unmuzzle thy wisdom.
Stand you both forth, stroke your chins, and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beards, if we had them, thou art.
By my knavery, if I had it, then I were. But if you swear by that is not, you were not forsworn. No more was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had any, or if he had sworn it away before ever he saw those pancakes pour that mustard.
Prithee, who's that thou meanest?
One that told Frederica your mother loves.
My mother's love is enough to honor her. Enough. Speak no more of her. You'll be whipped for taxation one of these days.
The more pity that fools may not speak wisely what wise men speak foolishly.
By my troth, thou sayest true. For the little witch that fools have is silence. The little foolery that wise men have makes a great show. Here comes Madame Lebeau.
Oh, you are not full of news.
Honest as pigeons speak their young.
Oh, and then we shall be news crabbed.
All the better, we shall be more. Bonjour, Madame Lebeau. What's the news?
Fair princess, you have lost much good sport.
Sport of what color?
What color, madam? How shall I answer you?
As wit and fortune will.
Or as the destinies decrees.
Well said. I was laid on with trowel.
Nay, if I keep not my
That
bread.
is a silent smell.
You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you of good wrestling, which you have lost the sight of.
Yes, tell us the manner of this wrestling.
I will tell you the beginning, and if it please your ladyships, you will see the end, for the best is yet to do. And here, where you are, they are coming to perform it.
Well, the beginning that is dead and buried.
There comes an old man and his 3
I
sons.
could match this beginning with an old tale.
3 proper young men of excellent growth and presence.
With bills upon their necks, let it be known unto all men by these presents.
The eldest of the 3 wrestled with Charles, the Duchess's wrestler, and Charles, in a moment, threw him and broke 3 of his ribs, so that there was little hope of life in him. So he served the 2nd, and so the 3rd. Yonder they lie, the poor old man, their father, making such pitiful dole over them that all their beholders taketh part with weeping.
Alas!
But what is the sport, madame, that the ladies have lost?
Why, this that I speak of.
Thus, men may grow wiser every day. It's the first time that ever I heard breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
Or I promise thee.
Is there any else who longs to hear the broken music in his sides? Is there yet another who dotes upon rib breaking?
You must if you stay here, for here is the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
Yonder surely you're coming. Let us now stay and see it.
Come on! Since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madam.
Alas, he is too young, yet he looks successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin, are you crept hither to watch the wrestling?
Aye, my lady, so please you give us leave.
You will find little delight in it, I can tell you. There are such odds in the man. In pity of the challenger's youth, I would fain dissuade him, but he will not be entreated. Speak to him, ladies. See if you can move him.
Call him hither, good madam the bow.
Do so. I'll not be by.
Monsieur the challenger, the princess calls for you.
I attend them all with respect and duty.
Young man, do you challenge Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. He is a general challenger. I come, what in, as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentleman, your spirits are too bold for your years. You see cruel proof of this man's strength. If you saw yourself with your own eyes, or knew yourself with your own judgment, the fear of this adventure would counsel you to more equal enterprise. We pray you, for your own sake, to embrace your own safety and give over this attempt.
Do, young sir, and your reputation shall not be therefore misprized. We'll make it our suit to the Duchess that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, wherein I confess me much guilty to deny such fair and excellent ladies anything. But let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial, for if I be killed, there's one dead who is willing to be so. If foiled, but one shamed who is never gracious. I have done my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing. Only in the world do I fill up a place which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
What little strength I had, I would it were with you.
And mine to eke out hers.
Very well. Pray heaven I be deceived in you.
Your heart's desires are with you.
so desirous to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, but thou wilt have the more modest working to it.
You shall try but one fall.
I warrant your grace will not entreat him to a second. You so mightily persuaded him from first.
You mean to mock me after? You should not have mocked me before. Come thy ways.
Hercules be thy speed, young man!
Would I were invisible to catch a strong fellow by the leg. I push it down.
I beseech your grace. I'm not yet over.
Oh, how dost thou, Charles?
And cannot speak, madam.
Bear him away! What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my lady. Youngest son of Sir Roland Bilbois.
I would thou hadst told me thou wast son to some man other. The world esteemed thy father honorable, and yet I still did find him mine enemy. Thou wouldst have pleased me better in this deed, hadst thou descended from another house. Fare you well. Thou art a gallant youth. I would thou had told me of another father.
Were I my mother, cause would I do this?
I'm more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, than to change that calling to be adopted heir of Frederica.
My father loved his father as his own soul, and all the world was of my father's mind. Had I before yet known this young man, his son, I should have cried tears unto entreaties ere he should have ventured.
Gentle cousin, what skill can commit encourage him? My mother's rough and envious disposition stings me at heart. Sir, you have deserved well. If you keep your promises in love but justly, as you've exceeded all promise, your mistress shall be happy.
Queer this, for me, one how to suits with fortune, who should give more except her hand lacks means.
It is.
Shall we go, cousin?
Aye. Fare you well, fair gentlemen.
I cannot say I thank you. My better parts are all thrown down. That what stands up is a quintain, a mere lifeless block. Oh!
My pride had fallen with my fortune. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? You have wrestled well and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz?
Thank you. Fare you well.
What weight? And these weights upon my tongue. She urged conference, yet I cannot speak to her. Oh, poor Orlando. Thou art o'erthrown by Charles, or something weaker masters thee.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place, albeit you have deserved high commendation, true applause and love. But yet such is now the Duchess's condition that she misconstrues all that you have done. The Duchess is humorous. What she is indeed more suits you to conceive than I to speak of.
Thank you. Pray, tell me this. Which of the two was daughter of the Duchess here at the wrestling?
Neither her daughter, if we judge by manners, but yet indeed the smaller is her her daughter. The other is daughter to the banished duke, and here detained by her, usurping on to keep her daughter company, whose love is more dear than the natural bond of sisters. But I can tell you that of late, the Duchess had taken displeasure against her gentle niece, and grounded upon no other argument but that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And on my life, her malice against this lady will suddenly break forth. So, fare ye well, and hereafter, in a better world than this, I shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
And much vowing to you. Fare thee well. And thus must I from smoke into the smother, from tyrant duchess to the tyrant brother. But oh, heavenly Rosalind!
I would brush them off with my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Hem them away.
Oh, I would if I could cry hem and have him. Oh.
Come, wrestle with my affection.
Oh, they take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
Oh. A good wish upon you. You will try in time, despite a fall. But turning these jests out of service, let us talk in good earnest. Is it possible, on such a sudden, you should have so strong a liking for old Sir Roland's youngest son?
My father loved his father dearly.
Doth that ensue you should love his son dearly? By that kind of chase, I should hate him. For my mother hated his father dearly, yet I hate not Orlando.
Nay, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Doth he not deserve well?
Well, let me love him for that, and you love him because I do. Here comes the Duchess.
With your eyes open.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, aunt?
You, cousin, within these 10 days, if that thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace, let me the knowledge of my fault bear with me. If with myself I hold intelligence or have acquaintance with mine own desires, if that I do not dream or be not frantic as I do trust that I am not, dear aunt, never in so much as a thought unborn did I offend your grace.
Thus do all traitors. If their purgation did consist in words, they are as innocent as grace itself. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet, your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me whereon the likelihood depends.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So I was, when your highness took his dukedom, and so I was, when you banished him. Treason is not inherited. Or, if it is derived from our friends, what is that to me? My father was no traitor, and so, my lady, mistake me not so much as to believe my poverty is treacherous.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak.
Aye, Celia. We stayed her for your sake, else she would have with a father ranged along.
I did not entreat to have her stay. It was by your own pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young that time to value her. But now I know her. If she be a traitor, why so am I. Still we have slept together, rose at an instant, learned, played, eat together, and wheresoever we went like Juno's swans, we did it coupled and inseparable.
She is too subtle for thee. And her smoothness, her very silence, and her patience speak to the people, and they pity her. Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and thou wilt show more bright, and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Oh, up not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have placed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence said on me, my lady. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, then upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change parents? Will give thee mine? Charge thee. Be not more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
You have not, cousin. Prithee be cheerful. Knowest thou not the Duchess hath banished me, her daughter?
She hath not.
No, hath not. Rosalind then lacks the love that teaches thee that thou and I am one. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No. Let my mother seek another heir. Therefore devise with me where we may fly, whither to go and what to bear with us. And do not seek to take this change upon you, to bear your griefs yourself and leave me out. For by in this heaven, now would our sorrows pale. Say what thou canst. I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the Forest of Arden.
Alas, what a danger that will be to us, two maids as we are to travel forth so far. Beauty provoketh thieves sooner than gold.
I'll put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber smirch my face, the like to you. So shall we pass along and never stir assailants?
Were it not better, because I am more than common tall, to suit myself at all points like a man? Gallant curtail axe upon my thigh, a war spear in my hand, and in my heart let there lie what hidden women's fears there will. We shall have a swashing and martial outside as many mannish cowards have who do outface it with their semblances.
And what shall I call thee when thou art a man?
Ah, I shall have no worse name than Jove's own page, and therefore call me Ganymede. Oh! Or what shall you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliana.
And cousin, what if we essayed to steal that clownish fool from your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to us in our travel?
Oh, he'll travel along the wide world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Now let's away and get our jewels and our wealth together. We'll devise the fittest time and safest way that lies for pursuit, which be made after I make my flight. Now, go we in content to liberty, and not to banishment.
companions in exile. Hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? Here feel we not the penalty of Adam, or the season's difference as the icy fanning and churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which, when it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shrink with cold, I smile, and I say, this is no flattery. These are counselors, and feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly, venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in its head. And this, our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything.
I would not change it. Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Well, come, shall we go and kill us a venison? Yet it irks me, the poor dappled fools being native burghers of this desert city, should in their own confines, with their forked heads, have their round haunches gored.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy piece grieves that, and in that kind swears, you do more usurp than doth your sister that hath banished you. Today, my lord of Amiens and myself did steal behind him as he lay along under an oak, whose anti-roots peeps out upon the brook that brawls along the woods, to the which place a poor sequestered stag, that from whom the hunter's aim had taken a hurt, did come to languish. And indeed, my lord, the wretched creature heaved forth such groans that the discharge did stretch his leather throat almost to bursting, and the big round tears coursed one another down his innocent nose in piteous chase. And thus the hairy fool, much marked of the melancholy Jacques, stood at the extremest verge of the swift brook, augmenting it with tears.
But what said Jacques? Did he not moralize the spectacle?
Oh, yes, into 1,000 similes. First for his weeping into the needless stream. Poor dear, quoth he, thou makest a testament, as worldlings do, by giving thy sum of more to that which had too much. Then, being alone there, left and abandoned of his velvet friends, 'tis right, quoth he, that misery doth pact the flux of company. Anon, a careless herd, full of the pasture, jumps along by him, and never stays to greet him. Aye, quoth Jacques, that 'tis just the fashion. Sweep on, fat and gracy citizens, wherefore do you look upon that poor and broken bankrupt there? And thus, most invectively, he pierceth through the body of country, city, court, and yea, in this our lives, swearing that we are mere usurpers, tyrants, and what's worse, to frighten the animals, and to kill them up, and their assigned and native dwelling place.
Did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting upon the sobbing deer.
Well, show me the place. I do love to cope him in these sullen fits. Then he's full of matter.
I shall bring you to him straight.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villains of my court are of consent and suffrage in this.
I cannot hear of any that did see her. The ladies, the attendants of her
found the bed untreasured of their mistress. My lady, the Rhenish clown at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh, is also missing. Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly overheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of the wrestler that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles, and she believes that wherever they are gone, he is surely in their company.
Send to his brother. Bring that gallant hither. If he be absent, bring his brother to me. I'll make him find him. Do this expediently, and let not search and inquisition quail to bring again these foolish runaways.
Who's there?
What? My young master! Oh, my gentle master. Oh, my sweet master. Oh, you very old Sir Roland. Why, what made you here? Why are you virtuous? Why do people love you? And wherefore are you gentle, strong, and valiant? Why would you be so fond to overcome the bonny prizer of the humorous Duchess? Your praise has come too swiftly home before you. Know you not, master, to some kind of men, their virtues serve them but as enemies. No wonder yours, your graces, kind master, are sanctified and holy, traitors to you. Oh, what a world is this, when what is comely envenoms him that bears it.
Why, what's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth. Come not within these doors. Within this roof the enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother. No brother, yet the son. Yet not the son. I will not call him son of him I was about to call his father. Hath heard your praises, and this night he means to burn the lodgings where you used to lie, and you within it. And if he fail of that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him and his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
Whither, Nita? Wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
What? Would thou have me go and beg for food, or with a bare and boisterous sword and force of thievish living on the common road? This I must do, or know not what to do. This I know not. I will not do. Do how I can. I'd rather be subject to the malice of a deported blood and bloody brother.
But do not stop. I have 500 crowns. The thrifty hire I did save under your father to store as my foster nurse when service should in my old limbs lie lame and unregarded age in corners thrown. Take that and eat that the raven's feet, yea, providently caters for the sparrow. Be comfort to my age. Here is the gold, and all this I give you. Let me be your servant, for though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty, for in my youth I never did apply hot and rebellious liquids in my blood, nor did not with unbashful forehead move the means of weakness and debility. Therefore my age is as a lusty winter, frosty, but kindly, let me go with you. I'll do all the services of a younger man in all your business and necessity.
Good old Ada. How well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world, when service sweat for duty, not for need. Thou art not the fashion of these times, when none will sweat but for promotion, and having that will choke their service up even with the having. But it's not so with you. But, good old Ada, thou prunest a rotten tree that cannot even a blossom yield in all thy pains and husbandry. But come thy ways. We'll go along together, and ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled low content.
Master, go on then, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty. From 17 years till now, almost 80 here lived I, but live here no more. At 17 many their fortunes seek, but at 80 'tis too late weak. Yet fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
Oh, Jupiter, how weary are my spirits.
I care not for my spirits if my legs were not weary.
I could find it in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel, as doublet and hose ought to prove courageous to petticoat. Therefore, courage, Aliana.
I pray bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I'd rather bear with you than bear you. And I should bear no cross if I did bear you, for I think you have no money in your purse.
Well, we are in the Forest of Arden.
Aye, now am I in Arden, the more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place. But travelers must be content.
Aye, be so good touchstone. Oh, look who comes here, a young man and an old in solid talk.
That is the way to make her scorn you still.
Oh, Corin! That thou knewest how I do love her.
I partly guessed, for I have loved ere now.
No, Corin, being old, thou canst not guess. Though, in thy youth, thou wast as true a lover as ever sighed upon a midnight pillow. But, if thy love were ever like to mine, sure I think that never man loved so. How many actions most ridiculous hast thou been drawn to by that fantasy?
Oh, into 1,000 that I have forgotten.
Oh, thou didst then never love so heartily. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that ever love did make thee run into, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not sat, as I do now, wherein thy hearer thy mistress's praise, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not broke from company abruptly, as my passion now makes me, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe. Phoebe? Phoebe!
Alas, poor shepherd, searching of thy wound, I couch by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love, I broke my sword upon a stone and bid him take that for coming a night to Jane's smile. And I remember the kissing of her battlers, and the cow's dugs that her pretty chopped hands had milked. And I remember the wooing of a peas cod instead of her, from whom I took 2 cods and giving her them again said with weeping tears, "Wear these for my sake. We that are true lovers run into strange capers, but as all is mortal in nature, so all nature in love is mortal in folly."
Thou speakest wiser than thou art aware of.
Nay, I shall ne'er be aware of mine own wit till I break my shins upon it.
Jove, this shepherd's passion is much upon my fashion.
And mine, but it grows something stale with me.
I pray you, One of you go question yon man, if he for gold will give us any food. I faint almost to death.
Holla, you clown!
He's not thy kinsman.
Who called?
You're better, sir.
Else are they very wretched?
Peace, I say. Good evening, friends.
And to you, gentle sir, and to you all.
I prithee, if that's for love, or gold, we can in this desert place buy entertainment, bring us to where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here is a young maid with travel much oppressed, who faints for succor.
Pity her and wish for her sake, more than for my own, that my fortunes were more able to relieve her. I'm a shepherd for another man. I do not shear the fleeces that I graze. My master is of a churlish disposition and rarely seeks to find his way to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. And besides, his cot, his flocks, and his bonds of feed are now on sale, as our sheep got now. By reason of his absence, there is nothing that you will feed on. So what is, come see, that in my voice most welcome shall you be.
What is he that shall buy the flock and pasture?
Oh, that young swain that you saw here erewhile, who little cared about buying anything.
I prithee, if it stands with honesty, buy thou the cottage, the pasture, and the flock, and you shall have to pay for it to us.
And will mend thy wages. I like this place. I could willingly waste my time in it.
Well, assuredly, the thing is to be sold. Go with me, and if you like, upon report, the soil, the profits, and this kind of life, I will your faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold, right suddenly. Yeah. Go here, come along. Yeah.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. More. I mean, another stanza. Volume of stanzas.
What you will, Sir Jacques.
I know not of their names. They owe me nothing. Will you sing?
More at your request than to please myself.
Well, then, if ever I thank a man, I'll thank you. But that they call it compliments is like the encounter of two dog apes. When a man heartily thanks me, methinks I have given him a penny, and he renders me the beggarly thanks. More. And those of you who will not sing, hold your tongues.
Well, I'll end the song. Sirs, cover the while. The Duke will drink under this tree. He has been all this day to look you.
And I have been all this day to avoid him. He's too disputable for my company. I think about as many matters as him, but I give heaven thanks and I make no boasts of it. Come. Come.
Doth the vision shine and lives to lie in the sun, seeking the food he eats and pleased
give you a verse from a note I made yesterday, in despite of my invention.
And I'll sing it.
Thus it goes. If it should come to pass that any man turn us, leaving his wealth and ease, a stubborn will to please, Ducame, Ducame, Ducame. There he shall see gross fools as he, and if he will come to me.
What's that, Ducdame?
It is a Greek invocation to call fools into a circle. I'll go sleep if I can, and if I cannot, I'll rail against all the firstborn of Egypt.
And I'll go seek the Duke. His banquet is prepared.
Sweet master, I can go no further. Oh, I die for hunger. Here lie I down and measure out my grave. Farewell, kindness.
Come now, you have no heart to me. Live a little, cheer thyself a little, comfort a little. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die if there be anything living in this desert. Come, cheerily.
I think he'd be transformed into a beast. I can nowhere find him. Like a man.
My lord, he has been even now gone hence. Here was he merry, hearing of his song.
If he, compacted jars, grow musical, there shall be shortly discord in these spheres. Go seek him out. Tell him I would spare him.
He saved my labor by his own presence.
Well, how now, monsieur? So what a life is this, that your poor friends must woo your company? You look merry.
A fool! A fool! I met a fool in the forest! Oh, a motley fool, a miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms. In good set terms, and yet a motley fool. Good morrow, fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he, call me not fool till heaven have sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his belt, and looking on it, with lackluster eyes, says very wisely, it is 10 o'clock. For 'tis but an hour ago since it was 9, and after 1 hour more 'twill be 11. And so, from hour to hour, we write and run. And then, from hour to hour, we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a tale. When I did hear the motley fool thus moral about the time my lungs began to crow like chanticleer. that fools can be so deeply contemplative, and I laughed sans intermission. Oh, an hour by his dial, a noble fool, a worthy fool. Motley is the only wear.
Well, what fool is this?
Oh, worthy fool,
one that hath been a courtier, and says, if ladies be but young and fair, they have the gift to know it. And in his brain, which is as dry as a remainder biscuit after a voyage, he hath strange places crammed with observation, the which he vents in mangled forms. Oh, that I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat. Thou shalt have one. Oh, it is my only suit, provided that you read your better judgments of all opinion that grow rank in them, that I am wise. I must have liberty withal, as large a charter as the wind, to blow on whom I please, for so fools have. And those that are most galled with my folly, they most must laugh. And why, sir, must they so? Well, the wise as plain as way to parish church. He that a fool doth very wisely, doth very foolishly, although he's smart, not to seem senseless of the bar. If not, then the wise man's folly is anatomized, even by the squandering glances of the fool. Oh, invest in me, my motley, give me leave to speak my mind through and through, and I will cleanse the foul body of the infected world if they will patiently receive my medicine.
Fie on thee! I can tell what thou wouldst do.
What for counter would I do but good?
Most mischievous, foul sin in chiding sin. For thou thyself hast been a libertine. As sensual as the brutish sting itself. And all the embossed sores and headed evil that thou, with license of free foot, hast caught, wouldst thou disgorge into the general world.
Why, who cries out on pride that can therein tax any private party? Doth it not flow as hugely as the sea till the weary very means do ebb? What woman in the city do I name when that I say that the city woman bears the cost of princes on unworthy shoulders? I mean, who can come in and say that I mean her, when such a one as she, such as her neighbor? And what is he, a basest function, that says his bravery is not of my cost, thinking that I mean him, but therein suits his folly to the metal of my speech? There, how then, what then? Let me see wherein my tongue hath wronged him. If it do him right, then he hath wronged himself. And if he be free, then my taxing like a wild goose flies unclaimed of any man. But who comes here?
Forbear, and eat no more.
I have eaten none yet.
Thou shalt not, till necessity be served.
Of what kind should this cup come of?
Thou touch my vein at first. The thorny point of bare distress has taken away any show of smooth civility, yet I am inland bred, and I know of some nurture, but forbear, I say. He dies who touches any of this fruit till I and my affairs are answered.
And you will not be answered with reason, I must die.
Art thou thus bolden, man, by thy distress? Or else a rude despiser of good manners, which in civility thou seemest so empty?
I've almost died for food, so let me have it.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force more than your force move us to gentleness.
Speak thou so gently? Pardon me, I pray you, thought to all things savage here, thus I put on a countenance of stern command. What ere you are in this desert inaccessible, hidden under the melancholy boughs, lose in neglect, all creeping hours of time. If ever thou looked on better days, if ever thou been where bells knoll to church, if ever thou sat at a good man's feast, or from thy eyelid wiped a tear, or no one is to pity, or to be pitied, let gentleness my strong enforcement be, and in the hope I blush and hide my sword.
True is it, we have seen better days, and been knolled by holy bell to church, and sat at a good man's feast, and wiped our eyes of drops that sacred pity hath engendered. Therefore, sit you down in gentleness, and take upon command what help we have, so that your wanting may be ministered.
Forbear your food a little while, whilst like a doe I go and find my fawn and give it food. There is an old poor woman who, after me, many weary step, limped in pure love, till she first be sufficed, aged with age and hunger, I will not touch a bit.
Go and get her. We will not waste a drop until you return.
Thank you, and blessed by your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play it.
All the world's a stage, and all men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man, in his time, plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy, with satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover, oh, sighing like ferns, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths, bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick and quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, with full round belly and good capon line. With severe eyes and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well-sized, the world too wide for his shrunk shank. And his big manly voice, suddenly turning again to childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. The last scene of all in this strange, eventful history, his second child should sing, near oblivion, sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome, welcome. Set down your venerable burden and let her be.
I thank you most for her.
So had you need, I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome. Fall to, and I will not trouble you as yet with questions about your fortune. Good cousin, play music, sing.
Blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. Hey ho, sing hey ho, unto the green holly, most friendship is fading, most loving mere folly. Then hey ho the holly, this life is most jolly. Then hey ho the holly, this life is most jolly. Freeze, freeze, thou bitter sky, the dawn of life so nigh, as benefit forgot. Though thou the waters warp, thy sting is not so sharp, as friend remembered not. Hey ho, sing hey ho, unto the green holly, most friendship is fading, most loving near folly. Then hey ho the holly, this life is most jolly. Then hey ho the holly, this life is most jolly.
If you weren't the good Sir Roland's son, as you have faithfully whispered in my ear that you were, as mine eye doth his effigies witness, most truly lying and living in your face, will then be truly welcome here. I am the Duke that loved your father. The rest of your fortunes go to my cave and tell him. And good old gal, thou art as right welcome as my master here. Supported by the arm. Give me your hand and let me all your fortunes understand.
Sing hey ho, unto the green holly, most friendship is fading, most loving mere folly.
Not seen him since. Sir, that cannot be. But were I not the better part made mercy, I should not seek to make an absent argument of my revenge, thou present. But look you to it. Find out thy brother, wheresoe'er he is. Seek him by candle. Bring him dead, or living, within this 12th month, or turn thou no more to seek a living in our territory. Thy lands and all that thou dost call thine worth seizure do we seize into our hands, till thou canst quit thee of thy brother's tongue of what we think against thee.
Oh, but that your highness knew my heart in this. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain thou! Well, turn him out of doors, and let my officers of such a nature seek to make an extent upon his house and lands. Do this expediently. Turn thou going!
Hang there my verse, in witness of my love, and thy thrice crowned queen of night survey with thy chaste eye from thy pale sphere above, thy huntress name that my whole life doth sway. Oh, Rosalind, let these trees be my books, and their barks me thoughts will character. Every eye which in this forest looks
shall see, for virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Arlido, and carve on every tree thy bear, thy chaste, the unexpressive she.
How like you, the shepherd's life, Master Touchstone?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it's a good life. But in respect that it's a shepherd's life, it is not. In respect that it's solitary, I like it very well. But in respect that it's private, it's a very vile life. Now, in respect that it's in the field, it pleaseth me well, but in respect that it's not at the court, it is tedious. As it is a spare life, it fits my humor, but as there's no more plenty in it, it goes much against my stomach. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more than that I know. The more one sickens, the worse at ease he is, and that he that wants money, means, and content is without three good friends. But the property of rain is to wet, and the fire to burn, and the good pastures make fat sheep, and that a major cause of the night is the lack of the sun. He that has learned no wit by nature nor art may condemn good breeding or comes from a very dull kindred.
Such a one is a natural philosopher. Wast ever at court, shepherd?
No, truly.
Then thou art damned.
Nay, I hope.
Truly, thou art damned like an ill-roasted egg all on one side.
Not being at court, your reason.
Why, if thou never wast at court, thou never sawest good manners. If thou never sawest good manners, then thy manners must be wicked. And wickedness is sin, and sin is damnation. Thou art in a parlous state, shepherd.
Not a whit, Touchstone. Those that are good at manners in the court are as ridiculous in the country as the country behavior is mockable at the court. And,
Instance, shepherd.
What?
Instance, tell me.
Well, we still handle our ewes, and their fells, are greasy.
Why do not courtiers' hands sweat, and is not the grease of a mutton as wholesome as the sweat of a man? A more sounder instance.
Because our hands are hard.
Your lips will feel them the sooner, shallow again. Another instance.
They're often tarred over with the surgery of our shape. Would you have us kiss tar? Well, the courtier's hands are perfumed with civet.
Most shallow man, thou worm's meat in respect of a good piece of flesh indeed. Listen to the wise and perpend. Civet is of a baser birth than tar, the very uncleanly flux of a cat. Mend thy instance, shepherd.
You are too courtly a wit for me. I'll rest.
Wilt thou rest, damned shallow man? God help thee. God make incision in thee. Thou art raw.
Sir, I am a true laborer. I earn that I eat. I get what I wear, and I owe no man hatred, and envious of no man's happiness. I'm glad for another man's good, and content with my harm. My greatest pride is to see my ewes graze and my lambs suck.
That's another simple sin in you, shepherd. To bring the ewes and the rams together, to offer to get your living from the copulation of cattle. To be bawd to a bellwether, to betray a she-lamb of a 12-month to a crooked old cockledy ram, out of all reasonable match. If thou beest not damned for that, the devil himself will have no shepherds. I can't see else how thou should speak.
Here comes young Master Ganymede, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. Her worth being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined are all but black to Rosalind's. Let no face be kept in mind what's the fair of Rosalind.
I'll run you so 8 years together. Dinners and suppers and sleeping hours accepted. It's the right butter woman's right to market.
Out, fool.
For a taste. If a heart do lack a hind, let him seek out Rosaline. If the cat be after kine, so be sure will Rosaline. Winter garments must be lined, so much slender Rosaline. They that reap must sheaf and bind, then to cart with Rosaline. The sourest nut hath sweetest rind, such a nut is Rosaline. He that sweetest rose will find, must find love's break in Rosaline. This is the very false gallop of verses. Why do you infect yourself with them?
Out, fool, I found them on a tree.
Truly, the tree yields bad fruit.
Then I will mend it with you, and then I will wrap it with the medlar, and then it shall be the earliest fruit in the country, for you shall be rotten ere you be ripe. That is the right virtue of the medlar.
So you have said, but whether wisely or no, let the forest judge.
Ooh, here comes my sister. Please stand aside.
Why should this a desert be? For it is unpeopled. Tongues all hang on every tree, but upon the fairest boughs, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosalinda, write. Therefore heaven nature charged with all graces wide and large, Helen's cheek, but not her heart, Cleopatra's majesty, Atlantis' better part. Sad Lucretia's modesty, thus Rosalind of many parts. By heavenly snow was devised of many faces, eyes, and hearts, and I to live and die, her slave.
Oh, gentle Jupiter, what tedious homilies of love you weary old parishioners with, and never cry out, patience, good people.
Oh, how now. Back, friends. Shepherd, go off a little. Go with him. Sirrah.
Come, shepherd, let us make an honorable retreat, but not with bag and baggage, yet with script and scriptage.
Didst thou hear these verses?
I heard them all, and more too, for some of them had in them more feet than the verse could bear.
That's no matter. The feet might bear the verses.
Aye, but the feet were lame and could not bear themselves without the verse, and therefore stood lamely in the verse.
But dost thou hear, without wondering how, thy name should be hanged and carved upon these trees?
I was 7 of the 9 days out of the wonder before you came. See, look what I found on a palm tree. I was never so berhymed since the fag race's time that I was an Irish rat, which I can hardly remember.
Trow you who hath done this.
Is it a man?
And a chain you once wore about your neck, changing color.
I prithee, who is it?
Oh, Lord. Lord, it is a hard matter for friends to meet, but mountains may be removed with earthquakes, and so encounter.
Nay, but who is it?
Is it possible?
I prithee, with the most petitionary vehemence, tell me who it is.
Wonderful. And most wonderful, wonderful, and yet again, wonderful. And after that act of all whooping.
Good my complexion, dost thou think because I'm comparisons like a man that I've a doublet and hose in my disposition, 1 inch of delay is a south sea of discovery. Really, tell me who it is quickly and speak apace. I wish that thou couldst stammer, that thou could pour this concealed man out of thy mouth like wine out of a narrow mouthed bottle, either too much at once or nothing at all. Prithee, take thy cork out of thy mouth, so that I may drink thy tidings.
So you may put a man in your belly.
Is he of God's making? What manner of man is he? Is his head worth a hat or chin worth a beard?
Nay, he hath but a little beard.
Well, God will send him more if the man be thankful. I will stay his growth of beard if thou dost not delay me in the knowledge of his chin.
It is young Orlando, who tripped up turn out catechism.
But does he know that I am in this forest and in man's apparel? We'll teach wrestling the day he wrestled.
It is as easy to count atoms as it is to resolve the propositions of a ladder. But take a taste of my finding him, and relish it in good observance. I found him underneath a tree. It dropped acorn.
Ooh, it may as well be called Jove's tree to drop forth such fruit.
Give me audience, good madame.
Ah, proceed.
There he lies, stretched along like a wounded knight.
Oh, a sad sight to see, but 12 becomes the ground.
Cry hollow by it cravats unseasonably. He was furnished like a hunter.
Ooh, ominous, he comes to kill my heart.
I would sing my song without a burden. Thou bringest me out of tune.
Do you not know that I am a woman when I think I must speak? Oh, sweet say on.
You bring me out.
Oh, stop, comes down here. Oh, it is he. Slip by and note him.
Thank you for your company, but good faith, I had as lief have been myself alone.
And so had I, and yet, for fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire we may be better strangers.
And I pray you mar no more trees with writing love songs in their barns.
Pray you mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name.
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
And what stature is she of?
Just as high as my heart.
Oh, you are full of pretty answers. Have you not been acquainted with goldsmiths' wives and conned them out of rings?
Not so. But I answer you right, painted cloth from whence you have studied your questions.
You have a nimble wit. I think it was made by Atalanta's heels. Won't you sit down with me here, and the two of us will rail against our mistress the world and all of our misery.
I chide no brother in the world but myself, against whom I've most faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love.
It is a fault I would not trade for your best virtue. I am weary of you.
Oh, by my troth, I was seeking a fool when I found you.
He is drowned in the brook. Look but in, and you shall see him.
There I shall see thine own figure.
Which I take to be either a fool or a cipher.
I will tarry you no longer. Goodbye, good senior love.
I am glad of thy departure. Adieu, Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under that habit plague enable him. Do you hear, sir?
Ah, very well. What would you?
What is the clock?
You should ask what time of day. There's no clock in the forest.
Ah, but there's no true lover in the forest, else the sighing every minute and the groaning every hour would detect a lazy foot as well as a clock.
And why not the swift foot of time, had that not been as proper?
By no means. Time travels in diverse paces for diverse persons. I will tell thee who time ambles withal, who time trots withal, who time gallops withal, and who time stands still withal.
I prithee, who doth thee trot withal?
With the maid, between the contract of her marriage and the day of dissolvement. If the interim be but 7 nights, it feels the length of 7 years.
Who ambles time withal?
With the priest, who lacks Latin, and the rich man who hath not the gout. For the one sleeps easily, because he cannot study, and the other lives merrily because he feels no pain. The one lacks the heavy burden of lean and wasteful learning. The other knows not the heavy burden of tedious penury, and these time ambles withal.
Who doth he gallop withal?
with the thief on the way to the gallows. For though he goes as slowly as his foot can fall, he thinks he finds himself there too soon.
Who stays it still withal?
With the lawyers on vacation, for they sleep between term and term, and then perceive not how time moves.
Where dwell thou, pretty youth?
Oh, with the shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat.
Are you native of this place?
As the cone you see here dwell as they are kindled.
Your accent is something finer than could be purchased in so removed a dwelling.
I have been told so by many. Indeed, it was an old religious uncle of mine that taught me to speak. He was in his youth an invalid man, one who knew courtship too well, and there he fell in love, and I heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God that I am not a woman to be touched by so many giddy offenses as he generally texts their whole sex withal.
Can you remember any of the principal evils that he laid to the charge of women?
There were none principal. They were all alike as halfpence are. Every one fault seeming monstrous until its fellow fault came to match it.
I pray thee, recount some of them.
No. I'll not cast away my physic, but on those that are sick. There is a man, haunts the forest, abuses our young trees by carving the name Rosalind on the barks, hanging odes upon hawthorns and elegies upon brambles, all forsooth deifying the name Rosalind. If I could find that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he hath a quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shaped. Tell me your remedy.
You have none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me to know a man of love. Acacia brushes, I'm sure you were not a prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard neglected, which you have not, although I do pardon you for that. For simply having a beard is a younger brother's revenue. Though your clothes should be ungartered, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve untied, and everything about you demonstrating careless desolation. And you are no such man. You are rather pot device in your accoutrements, seeming more in love with yourself than the lover of any other.
Would I could make you believe I love.
Make me believe it. You may as well make she you love believe it. Which I warrant she is more apt to do than to confess she is, which is one of the ways in which women still give the lie to their consciences. But good youth, are you he that hangs the verses on the trees in which the name Rosalind is so admired?
I am he that is so love-shaped.
But are you as in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhymes nor reason could express how much.
Love is merely a madness, and well deserves a dark room and a whip as madmen do. The only reason it is not so punished and cured is that the lunacy is so ordinary that even the whippers are in love. Yet I do confess to cure it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes, one, and in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress, and I sent him every day to woo me, after which time I, being but a moonish youth, did grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing, and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, shallow, inconstant, full of smiles and full of tears, for every passion something, and for no passion truly anything. For boys and women are, for the most part, cattle of this kind. First, longing, then loathing, then entertaining, then forswearing, then weep for him, then spit on him, and thus I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to his living humor of madness, which was to get rid of the full stream of the world and to live in a nook, merely monastic. And thus I cured him, and in this way I will wash your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart, and it shall not have one spot of love in it.
I would not be cured, youth.
I could cure you if you would but call me Rosalind and come to my coat every day to woo me.
By the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
Go with me to it, and I shall show it you. By the way, you shall show me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Ah! But let's call me Rosalind. Here you go, sister.
I'm looking good, Audrey. I will fetch up thy goats, Audrey. And how, Audrey? Am I the man yet? Doth my simple feature content thee?
Your features? Lord warrant us, what features?
I am here with thee and thy goats as the most capricious poet honest Ovid was among the gods.
Oh, knowledge ill inhabited, worse than Jove in a thatched house.
But a man's verses cannot be understood, nor a man's good wit seconded with the forward child understanding. It strikes a man more dead than a great reckoning in a little room. Truly I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it honest in word and deed? Is it a true thing?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most feigning, and lovers are given to poetry, and what they swear in poetry can be said as lovers they do feign.
Do you wish then that the gods had made me poetical?
I do, truly, for thou swearest to me thou art honest. Now, if thou were a poet, I might have some hope thou didst feign.
Would you not have been honest?
No, truly, unless thou wert hard favored, for beauty coupled with honesty were to be honey, a sauce to sugar.
A material fool.
Well, I am not fair, therefore I pray that the gods make me honest.
Truly, and to cast away honesty upon a foul tart would to put good meat into an unclean dish.
I am not a tart, though I thank the gods I am foul.
Well, praise be the gods for thy foulness. Tartishness may come later. Be that as it may be, I will marry thee. And to that end, I have been with the vicar in the next village, who hath promised to come meet me here in this place in the forest and to couple us.
I fain see this meeting.
Well, the gods give us joy.
Amen. A man may, if he were of a fearful heart, stagger in this attempt. For here we have no temple but the wood, no assembly but horned beasts. But what though? Courage. As horns are odious, they are necessary. It is said that many a man knows no end of his goods. Right. Many a man has good horns and knows no end of them. Well, that is the dowry of his wife. 'Tis none of his own getting. Oh, here comes the vicar. You are well met, vicar. Will you dispatch us here under this tree, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Is there no man to give this woman?
Oh, I will not take her on gift of any man.
Truly, she must be given, else the marriage is not lawful.
Proceed, proceed. I'll give her.
Good evening, good monsieur, whatchacallit. You are well met. Very nice to see you. God held you for your last company. It's very nice to see you. May cover your head, sir. Cover your head.
Will you be married, Motley?
Sir, as the ox hath his bow, the horse his curb, the falcon her bells, so man hath his desires. And as pigeons bill, so wedlock would be nibbling.
And will you, being a man of your bearing, be married under a bush like a beggar? Get you to a church so that a good priest can tell you what marriage is. This fellow will join you together as they do wainscot, and then one of you will prove a shrunk panel, and like green timber, warp.
I were not to be of a better mind, but I would be better married of him than another, for he is not like to marry me well, and not being well married, it will be a good excuse for me hereafter to leave my wife.
Come thou with me, and let me counsel thee.
Come, sweet Audrey. We must be married or live in Baudry. Farewell, vicar.
"'Tis no matter. Ne'er a fantastical knave shall flout me of my calling."
Do not speak to me. I will weep.
Do, I prithee. But have the grace to consider that tears do not become a man.
Do I not have good cause?
What good cause one would desire? Therefore weep.
His very hair is of a dissembling color.
Oh, something browner than Judas's. Mary, his kisses are Judas's own children.
But in faith his hair is of a good color.
Oh, an excellent color. Your chestnut was never the only color.
And his kissing more full of sanctity than the touch of holy bread.
He hath got a pair of cast lips of Diana, and nuns of Winter's sisters of kisses, not more religiously. Very ice of chastity is on them.
Then why did he say he would come this morning and then comes not?
Nay, certainly there's no truth in him.
Do you think so?
Yes. I mean, I think he not a pick purse nor a horse stealer, but for his verity and love, I think of his concave as a covered goblet or a weak nut.
Not true in love.
And when he is in, but I think he is not in.
But you heard him swear downright that he was.
Was is not is. Besides, the oath of a lover is no stronger than the words of a tapster. Both are the confirmers of false reckonings. He attends here in the forest on the Duke your father.
Saw the Duke in the forest yesterday and had much question with him. He asked me of what my parentage was, and I said, of as good as him. He laughed and let me go. Why do we talk of fathers when there is such a man as Orlando?
Oh, that's a brave man. He writes brave verses, speaks brave words, swears brave oaths, and breaks them bravely. Quite traversed toward the heart of his lover, as a punny tilter that spurs his horse, but on one side breaks the staff like a noble goose. But all's brave that youth mounts and folly guides. Oh, look who comes here.
Master and mistress, you have often inquired after the shepherd that complained of love, whom you saw sitting with me here on the turf, praising his proud, disdainful shepherdess that was his mistress.
Well, and what of him?
Well, you are wont to see, has it truly played between the pale complexion of true love and the red glow of scorn and proud disdain? Go you hence, and I will conduct you, if you will mark it.
Come, let us remove. The sight of lovers doth feedeth those in love. Bring us to this place, and you shall say I will make a busy actor in their lay.
Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me. Do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not, but say not so in bitterness. But the common executioner, whose heart the accustomed sight of death makes hard, falls not the axe upon the humbled neck, but first begs pardon. Will you sterner be than he that dies and lives by bloody drops?
I would not be thy executioner. I fly thee, so I would not injure thee. Thou tell'st me there is murder in my eyes. 'Tis pretty sure and very probable that eyes, that are the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on Adam, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now I frown on thee without my heart, and if mine eyes can move, now let them kill you. Oh, why now, counterfeit to swoon. Oh, why now, fall down. Or, if thou canst not, for shame, lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. Now, show the wound mine eyes have made of thee. Scratch thee, but with a pin, and there remains some scarlet. Lean upon a rush, the cicatrice, and keep pull and pressure thy palm. Some moment heaps, but mine eyes, which I have darted at thee, hurt thee not. Nor, I am sure, there's no force in eyes that can do hurt.
Oh. Dear Phoebe, if ever, as that ever may be near, you meet in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then shall you know the wounds visible that love's keen arrows make.
But till that time, come not thou near me. And when that time comes, afflict me with thy wrongs. Pity me not, as I shall not pity thee.
And why not? Pray you. Who is your mother that you shall insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, thou hast no beauty? And by my life I see no more in you than without candles shall go dark to bed. Must you therefore be so proud and pitiless? What is this? Why do you look so upon me? I see no more in you than the ordinary of nature's sail work. Odds my life, I think she intends to tangle my eye too. No, proud mistress, hope not after it. It is not your inky eyebrows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, your cheeks of cream that do attain my spirits to your worship. And you, foolish shepherd, wherefore do you follow her like puffing south wind and rain? You are 1,000 times a properer man than she is a woman. It is fools such as you that make the world full of ill-favored children. It is not her glass but you that flatters her, and through you she sees herself more proper than any of her lineaments can show her. Ugh, but mistress, know yourself down on your knees, thanking God for a good man's love. For I will tell you friendly in your ear, sell while you can. You are not for all markets. Cry the man mercy, love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul to be a scoffer. Well, shepherd, take her to thee. There you are.
Oh, sweet youth, I pray you chide a year together. I had rather hear you chide than this man woo.
Well, he has fallen in love with your foulness, and she will fall in love with my anger, if it be so. As soon as she answers you with frowning looks, I will sauce her with bitter words. Why do you look so upon me?
For no ill will, I pray you.
I pray you, do not fall in love with me, for I am as false as vows made in wine. Besides, I like you not. If you must know my house, it is by the tuft of olives here hard by. Sister, will you go? Shepherd, ply her hard. Oh, sister, let's go. Oh, shepherdess, look upon him better. Though all the world can see, none is so abused in sight as he. Come to our flock.
Oh, dead shepherd, now I find I saw a knight. Whoever loved will have not at first sight.
Sweet Phoebe.
Huh? What sayest thou, Sylvius?
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Sylvius.
Wherever sorrow is, relief would be. If you do sorrow at my grief and love, and by giving love, your sorrow and my grief were both exterminate.
Thou hast my love. Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Oh, why, that were covetousness. Sylvius, the time was that I hated thee, and it is not that I bear thee love, but since thou canst talk of love so well, thy company, which erst was so irksome to me, I will endure, and I'll employ thee too, but look for no further recompense than thine own gladness thou art employed.
So holy and so perfect is my love, and I, in such a poverty of grace. And I shall think it a most plenteous crop to glean the broken ears after the man at the main harvest reaps. Loose now and then a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest thou the youth that spoke to me awhile?
Not very well, but I've met him oft, and he hath bought the cottage and bounds that the old Carlot was once master of.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. It is but a peevish boy. Yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet, words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. It is a pretty youth, though not very pretty, but sure, he's proud. Yet, his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion, and faster than his tongue did make offense, his eyes did heal it up. He is not very tall, and yet, for his years, he is tall. His leg is but so-so, and yet 'tis well. There was a pretty redness in his lip, a little riper and more lusty red. Now, mixed in his cheek, 'twas just the difference betwixt the constant red and the mingled damask. There be some women, Sylvius, had they marked him into parcels as I had, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. Yet, I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said, mine eyes were black and my hair black, and now I am remembered scorned at me. I marvel why I answered not again. But that's all one. Admittance is no acquittance. I'll write to him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt wear it. Wilt thou, Sylvius?
Phoebe, with all my heart.
I'll write it straight. The matter is in my head and in my heart. I will be bitter with him and passing short. Go with me, Sylvius.
I prithee, pretty youth, stay and let me get better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I love it more than laughing.
Those who are in extremity of either are abominable fellows and betray themselves to modern censure worse than drunkards.
Well, it is good to be sad and to say nothing.
Ah, then it's good to be a post.
I am neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musician's, which is fantastical, nor the courtier's, which is pride, nor the soldier's, which is ambitious, nor the lawyer's, which is politic, nor the lady's, which is nice, nor the lover's, which is all of these. But it is a melancholy of my own, compounded of many simples, extracted by many objects, and indeed the sundry contemplations of my travels, the which my often rumination wraps me in a most humorous sadness.
A traveler. Then you have much reason to be sad. For to have seen much and have little is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I would rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad, and to travel for it too.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay then, God be with you, and you talk in blank verse.
You, monsieur traveler, look. You listen. Wear strange suits. Disable all the benefits of your own country. Be out of love with your nativity, and almost chide God for the continents that you are, else I shall scarce believe that you have swam in a gondola. Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this time? You, a lover? And you served me such another trick, never come more in my sight.
But my fair Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love. He that divide a minute into 1,000 parts, and break with a part of 1,000 parts a minute in a love clause, it may be said of him that Cupid hath clapped him on the shoulder, but all the words in part whole.
Pardon me, my dear Rosalind.
Nay, you be so tardy, I'd as lief be wooed of a snail.
A snail?
Ah, of a snail, for though he comes slowly, he wears his house on his head. Better jointure, I think, than you make a woman, but he brings his destiny with him.
What's that?
Why, his horns, which such as you are fain to be beholden to your wives for, but he comes armed with his fortune and protects his wife's name from slander.
Virtue is no hornmaker, and my Rosalind is virtuous.
I am your Rosalind.
It pleases him to call you so, but he hath a Rosalind of better year than you.
Come now, woo me, for I am holiday spirits and like to consent. What would you say to me if I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Nay, you'd be better to speak first, then, when gravelled for lack of matter, you might take the occasion to kiss. Good orators, when they are out, they do spit, and lovers lacking, God warn us, matter, the cleanliest shift is to kiss.
How if the kiss be denied?
Then she brings you to entreaty, and there begins a whole new matter.
Who could be out, be before his beloved mistress?
Marry, so should you if I were your mistress, else I should think my honesty ranker than my wit.
What, of my suit?
Not out of your apparel, yet out of your suit. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say you are, because I've been talking of her.
Well, then, in her person, I say, I will not have you.
In my own person, I say, I die.
Nay, come now, die by attorney. The poor world is nearly 6,000 years old, and in all that time, there's not any man who's died in his person, videllicent, in a love cause. Troilus, he had his brain stashed out with a Grecian club, but he did his best to die first. And he's one of the patterns of love, Leander. He would have lived many a fair year, though hero had gone none, had it not been for one hot midsummer night, when good youth, he went but forth to the Hellespont to wash, and being taken by the cramp, he was drowned. And the foolish chroniclers of the time said it was hero of Cestus. But these are all lies. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind, for I protest her frown might kill me.
By this hand it will not kill a fly. Come now, I'll be your Rosalind in a much more coming on disposition. Ask me what you will, I will grant it.
Then love me, dear Rosalind.
Ay, my love, Fridays and Saturdays and all.
And wilt thou have me?
Ay, 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
Well, then can one have too much of a good thing? Sister, you be the priest and marry us. Orlando, take my hand. Sister, what do you say?
Pray thee, marry us.
I cannot say the words.
You must begin. Will you, Orlando?
Go to. Will you, Orlando, have to wife Miss Rosalind?
I will.
I between.
Now, as fast as she can marry us.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, my wife.
Well, I might ask thee that commission, but I take thee, Orlando, for husband. Oh, there's a girl that goes before the priest, but certainly a woman's thoughts go before her actions.
So do all thoughts. They're winged.
Oh, how long will you have her after you've possessed her?
Forever. And a day.
Stay a day without the ever. Men are April when they woo, and December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky turns dark when they are wise. I will be more jealous of thee than a Barbary cock pitching over his hen, more clamorous than a parrot against the rain, more newfangled than an ape, more giddish in my affections than a monkey, and I will weep for nothing, like Diana in the fountain. And that when you are disposed to be married, and I will laugh like a hyena, and that when you are inclined to sleep.
Will my Rosalind do so?
Oh, by my life she will do as I do.
But she is wise.
Else she would not have the wit to do this. The wiser the waywarder. Make doors upon a woman's wit, and it will out the casement shut that, and it will out the keyhole stop that, and it will fly with the smoke out the chimney.
A man with wife with such a wit might say, which whither wilt?
You might mention and check for it. When you catch your wife's wit, go into your neighbor's bed.
And what wit could wit have to excuse that?
Why, to say she came to find you there. You will never have that woman without her answer unless you have her without her tongue. Oh, the woman that cannot make her fault her husband's occasion, let her never nurse her own child, for she will breed it like a fool.
For these next 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
Oh, I cannot laugh in 2 hours.
I attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I will be with thee again.
Fine, go your ways. Go your ways. I knew what you would prove. My friends told me as much, and I thought no less. That flattering tongue of yours won me, and now it's one cast aside, and so come death. 2 o'clock is your hour.
Rosalind.
Then by my troth, and in good measure, and so God meant me, by all the pretty oaths that are not dangerous, if you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, the most hollow lover, the most unworthy of she you call Rosalind that could be chosen out of the gross band of the unfaithful. Therefore, beware my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind.
Well, time is the old judge who examines such offenders, and let time try.
Adieu.
You have simply deceived her sex in your love trait. You must have your doublet and clothes plucked over your head and show the world what the bird hath done to her own nest.
Oh, cuz, pretty little cuz, if thou didst know how many fathoms deep I am in love, that it cannot be sounded. My love hath an unknown bottom like the Bay of Portugal.
Or rather bottomless. As fast as affection pours in, it runs out.
Nay, like that old bastard of Venus that was begot of thought and conceived of spleen and born of madness, that rascally blind boy that abuses the eyes of everyone else because his own are out, let him be the judge of how deep I am in love. I tell thee, Aliana, I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. I shall go find a shadow and sigh till he come.
And I'll sleep.
Which is he that killed the deer?
Sir, it was I.
Well, then let's present you to the Duke like a Roman conqueror. And it would be well to set the deer horns upon your head for a branch of victory. Have you no song, Forester, for this purpose?
Yes, sir.
Sing it. 'Tis no matter how it be in tune, so long as it noise enough.
What shall he have that killed the deer? His leather skin and horns to wear. Then sing him home. Take thou no scorn to wear the horn. It was a crest ere thou wast born. Thy father's father wore it, and thy father bore it. The horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh to scorn.
How say you now? It's not past 2 o'clock. And here, much Orlando.
I warrant you, with pure love and troubled brain, ye have taken his bow and arrows and gone forth to sleep. What becomes here?
My errand is to you, fair youth. My gentle Phoebe did bid me give you this. I know not the contents, but as I guessed by the stern brow and waspish action which she did use as she was writing of it, it bears an angry tenor. Pardon me, I'm but a guiltless messenger.
Patience herself would shudder as this letter and play the fool. Bear this, bear all. She says that I am not fair, that I lack manners, that I am proud, and that she could not love me if man were as rare as Phoenix. Odds my will, her love is not the hair that I do hunt. Well, why cries she so to me? Ah, well, shepherd, well. This is a letter of your own device.
No, no. I protest. I know not the contents. Phoebe did write it.
Come now, you are a fool and turn to the extremity of love. I have seen her hand. It is a leathered hand. It is a freestone colored hand. I barely to think her old gloves were on, but it was her hands. She has a housewife's hands. But that is no matter. I say she never did invent this letter. This is a man's invention and in a man's hand.
Sure, it is hers.
It is a cruel and boisterous style. It is a style of challengers. Will you hear the letter?
So please you, for I have not heard it yet. Yet heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
She, Phoebe's me, mark how the tyrant writes. Art thou God to shepherd turned, that a maiden's heart hath burned? And a woman rail thus.
Call you this railing?
Why thy God had laid apart worse though with a woman's heart. Have you ever heard such railing? Whilst the eye of a man did woo me, that could do no vengeance to me, meaning me at least. The scorn of your bright eye hath the power to raise such love in mine. Alack in me, what strange affect would thy work in mild aspect? Whilst you chide me, I did love. How then might your prayers move? He that brings this love to thee, little knows this love in me, and by him seal up thy mind, whether that's thy youth and kind, will but the faithful offer take of me, and all that I can make. Or else by him my love deny, and then I will study how to die.
Call you this chiding?
Alas, for shepherd.
Do you pity him? No, he deserves no pity. Wilt thou love such a woman? What, to be made an instrument and played false strains upon? Not to be endured? Well, go your ways, girl, for I see love hath made thee a tame snake, and say this, that if she love me, I charge her to love thee. Oh, and if she will not, I will not have her unless you entreat for her. Oh, and being a true lover, and hence not another word, for here comes more company.
Oh, good morrow, fair ones. Pray you, if you know where in the purlieus of this forest stands a sheepcote, fenced about with olive trees.
West of here, down in the neighbor bottom, the rank of Osier's Butteries stream. Left on your right hand will bring you to the place, but at this hour the house doth keep itself. There's none within.
Oh, that I may profit by a tongue, then should I know you by description, such garments and such years. The boy is fair, of female favor, bestows himself like a ripe sister. The woman low and browner than her brother. Are not you the owner of the house I did inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say we are.
Orlando doth commend it to you both. And to the youth that he calls his Rosalind, he sends this bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What are we to understand by this?
Some of my shame, if you will know of me, of what man I am, and how and why and where this handkerchief was stained.
I pray you tell it.
Well, when last the young Orlando parted from you, he made a promise to return within an hour, and pacing through the forest, chewing the food of sweet and bitter fancy, well, what befell? He cast his eye aside and marked what object did present itself. Under an old oak whose boughs were mossed with age and high-top bald with dry antiquity, a wretched, ragged man, overgrown with hair, lay sleeping on his back. And around his neck, a green and gilded snake had wreathed itself, who, with her head nimble in threats, approached the opening of his mouth. But suddenly, seeing Orlando, it unlinked itself, and with indented glides, did slip away into a bush. But under which bush's shade, a lioness, with udders all drawn dry, lay couching on the ground, with cat-like watch when the sleeping man should stir. For 'tis the noble disposition of that beast to prey on nothing that doth seem as dead. Well, this scene, Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, he hath spoken of that same brother, and he did render him the most unnatural that lived amongst men.
Well, he might do so, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him as food to the suction-hungry lioness?
Well, twice he turned his back and purposed so, but kindness, nobler ever than revenge, and nature, stronger than his just occasion, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, and which hurtling from miserable slumber I awaked.
Were you his brother?
Was it you he rescued?
Was it you that did so often tried to kill him?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I'm not shamed to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweetly tastes being the thing I am.
But to the bloody napkin!
Oh, by and by, when from the first to the last betwixt us two, our tears, our recountlets, and most kindly bathed is how I came into this desert place. In brief, he led me to the gentle Duke, gave me fresh array and entertainment, committed me into my brother's love. He led me instantly unto his cave, and there stripped himself. And here, upon his arm, the lioness had torn some flesh away. All this while it had bled, and so he fainted and cried in fainting upon Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him, bound up his wound, and after some small space, being strong at heart, he sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell you this story, and that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give this napkin, dyed in his blood, to the shepherd youth that he in sport doth call his Rosalind.
Oh now, Candide, sweet Candide.
Oh, many will swoon when they do look on blood.
So we're in it. Cousin Ganymede.
Oh, look, he awakes.
Oh, that we're at home.
We'll lead you thither. I pray you, will you take him by the arm?
Be of good cheer, youth. Are you a man? You lack a man's heart.
So I do. Azra, a body would say this was well counterfeited. I pray you to tell your brother how well I counterfeited. I know.
This was not counterfeit. There is too great a testimony in your complexion that it was a passion of earnest.
Counterfeit, I assure you.
Take a good heart and counterfeit to be a man.
So I do, though I should have been a woman by right.
Come, you look paler and paler. Pray we join you homewards. Good sir, go with us.
Oh, that will I, for I must there answer back how you excuse my brother, Rosalind.
I will devise something, I pray you, to commit my counterfeiting to your brother. Will you go?
We shall find a time, gentle Audrey. Patience, Audrey.
Faith, that vicar was good enough for all that old gentleman's saying.
A most wicked vicar, Audrey, a most vile vicar. But, Audrey, there's a youth here in the forest lays claim to you.
Aye, I know who 'tis. But he had no interest in me in the world. Here comes the man you mean.
It is meat and drink to me to see a clown. By my troth, we that have good wits have much to answer for. We be flouted. We cannot hold.
Good evening, Audrey.
Good evening, William.
And good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, gentle friend. Cover thy head. Nay, prithee, be covered. How old are you, gentle friend?
25, sir.
A ripe age. Is thou named William?
William, sir.
A fair name. Wast thou born in the forest here?
Aye, sir, I thank God.
Thank God, a good answer. Art thou rich?
Faith, sir, so-so.
So-so is good. Very good. Very excellent good, and yet it is not. It is but so-so. Art thou wise?
Aye, sir, I have a pretty wit.
Why, thou sayest well. I do now remember a saying, the fool doth think himself wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. When the heathen philosopher had a desire to eat a grape, he opened his his lips when he put it in his mouth, meaning thereby that grapes are made to eat and lips to open. Do you love this maid?
I do, sir.
Give me your hand. Art thou learned?
No, sir.
Then learn this of me. To have is to have. For it is a figure in rhetoric that drink being poured out of a cup into a glass, by filling one doth empty the other. For all your writers do consent, the ipse is he. Now you are not ipse, for I am he.
Which he, sir?
He, sir, that must marry this woman. Therefore, you clown, abandon, which in the vulgar is leave. The society, which in the boorish is company, of this female, which in the common is woman, which together is abandon the society of this female. Or else, clown, thou perishest, or, to thy better understanding, diest, or to wit, I kill thee. Make thee away, translate thy life into death, thy liberty into bondage. I will deal in poison with thee, or in bastinado, or in steel. I will bandy with thee in faction. I will o'errun thee with policy. I will kill thee 150 ways. Therefore, tremble and depart.
Do, good William.
God rest you merry, sir.
Come, Audrey, let's away.
Is it possible that on such little acquaintance you should like her, and that by seeing love and loving you should woo, and she should grant, and that you should persever to enjoy her?
Oh, neither call the giddiness of it in question. The poverty of her, the small acquaintance, my sudden wooing, nor her sudden consenting, but say with me, I love Ariana. Say with me that she loves me. Consent with both that we may enjoy each other. And it shall be to your good, for my father's house and all of the revenue that was old Sir Roland's will I estate upon you, and live here and die a shepherd.
You have my consent. Let the wedding be tomorrow. Thither will I invite the Duke and all his contented followers. Go, prepare Aliana. For look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
Oh, you fair sister.
Orlando, how it grieves me to see thy heart in a scarf.
It is my arm.
Ah, I thought it was your heart that was wounded by the claws of the lion.
Wounded it is, but in the eyes of the lady.
Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited to swoon when I saw your handkerchief?
Aye, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. Aye, it is true. There was nothing so sudden as 2 rams in a fight, or Caesar's Thrasonical brag of I came, I saw, I overcame. Your brother and my sister no sooner met, but that they looked, and no sooner looked, but that they loved, and no sooner loved, but that they sighed, and no sooner sighed, but they sought the reason why, and no sooner knew the reason why, but they sought the remedy. And they have, in these degrees, made a pair of stairs to marriage, which they will find incontinent, or else be incontinent before marriage. They are in the very wrath of love, and they will together. Gloves cannot part them.
They will be married tomorrow, and I will bid the Duke to the nuptial. But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes. By so much the more till I be at the height of heart heaviness when I think my brother happy and having what he wishes for.
Why then, can I not serve your turn as Rosalind tomorrow?
Live no longer by thinking.
Well, then I will weary you no longer with idle talking. Know of me then, for I speak to some purpose when I say I know you are a gentleman of good conceit. I say this not that you should have good opinion of my knowledge, in so much as to say I know you are, nor do I labor for greater esteem than may in some small measure draw belief from yourself to do yourself good. Believe me when I say I can do strange things. I have, since I were 3-year-old, conversed with a magician, profound in his arts and yet not damnable. If you love Rosalind so near the heart as your gesture cries it out, then tomorrow when your brother marries Aliana, so shall you marry her. I know into what straits of fortune she is driven, and it is not impossible to me, if it is not inconvenient to you, to set her before your eyes tomorrow, human as she is, and without any danger.
Speakest thou in sober meanings?
By my life I do, which I treasure dearly, although I say I am a magician. So, put you in your best array, and bid your friends, for if you will marry tomorrow, you shall, and to Rosalind if you will. Oh, here is a lover of mine, and a lover of hers.
Youth, you have done me much ungentleness to show the letter that I writ to you.
I care not if I have. I have made it my study to seem ungentle and despiteful of you. You are here followed by a faithful shepherd. Look upon him and love him who worships you.
Good shepherd, tell this youth what he is to love.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears. And so am I for thee.
And I for Ganymede.
I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of faith and service. And so am I for thee.
And I for Ganymede.
I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
All made of fantasy, all made of passion, all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, all patience, all impatience, all purity, all trial, all observance. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
Why do you say too, why blame you me to love you?
For her that is not here, nor doth not hear.
I pray you enough of this. It is like the howling of Irish wolves against the moon. Will help you if I can. I would marry you if I could. Tomorrow, meet me all here together. I will marry you if ever I marry a woman, and I shall be married tomorrow. I shall satisfy you if ever I satisfy man, and you shall be married tomorrow. I shall content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. So as you love Rosalind meet, and as you love Phoebe meet, and as I love no woman, I'll meet. Very well. I have left you instructions.
I'll not fail if I live.
Nor I.
Nor I.
Today is the joyful day, Audrey. Today you shall be married.
I do desire it with all my heart. I hope it is not a dishonest desire to desire to be a woman of the world. Here comes some of the ladies.
Well met, honest gentlemen.
Why, my troth, well met. Sit, and a song.
Oh, sit in the middle, here for you.
Shall we clap into it roundly without hawking, spitting, saying the hoarse, which are the only prologues to a bad voice?
Fake, and both in a tune like two travelers on a horse.
It was a lover and his lass with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, and o'er the green cornfields did pass in springtime, springtime, the only pretty springtime. The birds do sing, hey ding a ding a ding, sweet lovers love the spring. Between the acres of the rye, with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, pretty country folks would lie in springtime, springtime, the only pretty springtime. The birds do sing, hey ding a ding a ding, sweet lovers love the spring. This carol they began that hour with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no, but that life was but a flower in springtime, springtime, the only pretty springtime. The birds do sing, hey ding a ding a ding, sweet lovers love the spring. And therefore take the
was no great matter in the ditty, yet the note was very untunable.
You are deceived, sir. We kept our time. We lost not our time.
By my troth, yes, I counted it, but time lost to hear such a foolish song. God be with you, and God mend your voices. Come on.
Dost thou believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all that he hath promised?
I sometimes believe and sometimes do not. As those that fear, they hope, but no, they fear.
Patience while our contract is urged. You say that if I bring your daughter, you will bestow her on Orlando here.
That would I, had I kingdoms to give with her.
And you say you will receive her if I bring her.
That would I, by kingdom's king.
And you say that you'll marry me if I be willing.
And that would I, should I die thereafter.
But if you refuse, you will marry this most faithful shepherd.
So is the bargain.
You will marry her if she be willing.
Though to have her and death were both one thing.
I have promised to make all of these matters even, so keep your word, O Duke, to give your daughter, and you yours to receive his daughter. Keep your word to marry me, or else refusing me, marry this most faithful shepherd, and keep your word, shepherd, that you will have her if she refuses me. Ha! And hence I go to make all these doubts even.
I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's faith.
My lord, when I first met him, I thought he was a brother to your daughter, to your brother, son. But, my dear lord, this boy is forsworn and hath been tutored in the many rudiments of desperate studies by his uncle, whom he reports to be a magician, obscured in the circle of the forest.
There's sure another flood toward, and these couples are coming to the ark. Here comes a pair of very strange beasts that by all tongues are called fools.
Salutations and greetings to all.
Good my lord, bid him welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman that I have seen so often in the forest. He hath been a courtier, he swears.
If any man doubts that, let him put me to my purgation. I have trod a measure, I have flattered a lady, I have been politic with my friends, smooth with my enemy, I've undone 3 tailors, I've had 4 quarrels, and like to have fought one.
And how was that taken up?
Faith, we met and found the quarrel was upon the 7th cause.
How 7th cause? Good my lord, do you like the stone?
I like him very well.
God ild you, sir, I do desire you of the like. I press in here amongst the rest of these country copulatives, according as marriage bonds and blood breaks, to swear and to forswear, a poor virgin, sir, an ill-favored thing, but mine own. A poor humor of mine, sir, to take that no man else will. Rich honesty dwells like a miser in a poorhouse, as your pearl in your foul oyster.
By faith, he is very swift and sententious.
According to the fool's bolts and other such dulcet diseases.
But the 7th cause, how did you find the quarrel on the 7th cause?
Upon a lie 7 times removed. Bear your body more seeming, Audrey. It was like this, sir. I did dislike the cut of a certain courtier's beard. I sent him word. He sent me word back that if I thought it was not well cut, he was in the mind that it was. This is called the retort courteous. If I sent him word again it was not well cut, he sent me back word that he cut it to please himself. This is called the quip modest. If again it was not well cut, he disabled my judgment. This is called the reply churlish. If again it was not well cut, he said I spake not true. This is called the reproof valiant. If again it was not well cut, he said I lied. This is called the counter-check quarrelsome, and so to the lie circumstantial and the lie direct.
And how oft Did you say his beard was not well cut?
I durst go no further than the lie circumstantial, nor he durst not give me the lie direct. So we measured swords and parted.
Can you nominate in order now the degrees of the lie?
Well, sir, we quarreled in print by the books, as you have books for good manners, but I will name you the degrees. The first degree is the retort courteous, the second, the quip modest, the third, the reply churlish, the fourth, the reproof valiant, the fifth, the counter-check quarrelsome, the sixth, the lie circumstantial, and the seventh, the lie direct. All of these you may avoid, but the lie direct. And you may avoid that too with an if. I knew when 7 justices could not take up a quarrel, but when the parties were met themselves together, one of them thought but of an if, as if you said so, then I said so. And they shook hands and swore brothers. Your if is your only peacemaker. Much virtue in if.
Is this not a rare fellow, my lord? He's as good at anything, and yet a fool.
He uses his folly like a stalking horse, and under the presentation of that, he shoots his raven.
Then is there mirth in heaven, when earthly things may even atone together. Good Duke, receive thy daughter. Hymen from heaven hath brought her, yea, brought her hither, that thou mayest join her hand with his, whose heart within his bosom is.
To you I give myself, for I am yours. And to you I give myself, for I am yours.
Well, if there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true by then, I love you.
I'll have no husband if you be not he, nor no father if you be not he, nor never marry a woman if you be not she.
Peace, ho! I bar confusion. 'Tis I must make conclusion to these most strange events. Here's 8 that must take hands to join in Hymen's bands, if truth holds true contents. You and you, no cross shall part. You and you are heart in heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman as your lord. You and you are sure together, as winter is to foul weather. Whiles a wedlock hymn we sing, feed yourselves with questioning, that reason wonder may diminish how thus we met, and these things finish. Wedding is great Juno's crown, O blessed bond of board and bed. 'Tis Hymen peoples every town, high wedlock then be honored. Honor, high honor, and renown to Hymen God of every town.
Dear niece, thou art welcome to me. Even daughter, welcome in no less degree.
I will not eat my word. Now thou art mine. Thy fancy my fate to be doth combine.
My lord, let me have audience for a word or two. I am the second son of old Sir William that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duchess Frederica, hearing how that every day men of great worth resorted to this forest, addressed a mighty power, which were in her own conduct, purposely to take her brother and put him to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood she came, where, meeting with an old religious man, after some question with him was converted, both from her enterprise and from the world, her crown bequeathing to her banished brother, and all their lands restored to them again that were with them exiled. This to be true, I do engage my life.
Welcome, young man. Thou offerest fairly to thy brother's wedding, to one a land withheld, and to the other a land itself at large, a potent dukedom. First, in this forest, let us do those ends that here were well begun and well begot, and after every of this happy number that have endured shrewd days and nights with us shall share in the good of our returned fortune, according to the measure of their states. For now, forget about this newfound dignity, and let's fall into our rustic revelry. Play, music, and to you, brides and bridegrooms all, with measures peaked in joy to the measures fall.
Young man, by your patience, if I heard you rightly, the Duchess hath put on a religious life and thrown into neglect the pompous court.
She had.
So too will I. Out of these convertists, there is much matter here to be heard and learned. You, to your former honor, I bequeath your patience and your virtue well deserved. You, to a love that your true faith doth merit. You, to your land and love and great allies. You, to a long and well-deserved bed. And you, to wrangling, for thy loving voyage is but 2 months' victual. So to your pleasures, I am farther than dancing measures. Staging, we stay. To see no pastime, what you would have from me, I'll stay to know at your abandoned cave.
Proceed, proceed, we'll begin these rites, and we do trust they'll end with true delights.
that pleased me, and complexions that liked me, and breaths that I defied not. And as I am sure many of you have good beards and good complexions and sweet breaths, you will, for my kind offer, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell.